Okay, and we're going. All right, so like I said, I think it's necessary to be able to prove what you say sometimes. So here we're talking about command shell again. And you've heard me say a number of times now in interviews that, um, even though you have a proxy for non-admins,
Mhm.
that there's a proxy for admins as well, right? It's not like
Yep.
command shell runs under your account, right?
Mhm.
Because, I mean, whose account would it run under if you're logged in as SA, right? You can still
Well,
run command
yeah.
shell, right?
Mhm.
So SA itself doesn't have any Windows permissions.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show you that it definitely does run under the service account.
Okay.
And the service account is merely a proxy. People get uh, people get away from that fact, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
So I'm going to bring up config manager here so we can see what account the
Service
service is
running.
running under. Okay, local machine account,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
NT service SQL server. Great. So if this didn't run under a proxy, I would assume that it would run under my name, right?
Mhm.
Because I'm
Yeah.
logged in on here on my local box under my Azure ID account.
Mhm.
So let's give it a shot. Now, how do we find out what we're running under, right? There's a brilliant
Yeah.
little exe in Windows called Who Am
Okay.
I.exe, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
So when I run this, it tells me who I'm running under.
Mhm.
And you can see I'm not running under my Azure ID account, I'm running under the service account, which I
Yeah.
can't log in as anyway, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So people think somehow that command shell is this mysterious thing that gets around Windows security or gets around SQL security somehow and does these nefarious things and lets you do these nefarious things in there by magic, right? But
Mhm.
if you look at how Microsoft has set up their security going forward, right?
Mhm.
The like um, running R scripts, right?
Mhm.
Well, that has a service account that it uses as a
Right.
proxy to run those that it uses to run those scripts, right? And there
Mhm.
are others as well, right?
Yeah.
The agent account is a proxy for
Yeah.
running jobs, right?
Mhm.
If you don't give it another proxy, right, it
Yeah.
defaults to
Yeah.
the agent account.
Yeah.
So this is no different. Now, if they wanted to give Command Shell its own proxy service, hey, I'm golden. That'd be
Mhm.
fabulous, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But they haven't. They've
Yeah.
combined it with they combined it with the service account, and so that's a holdover from a long time ago. They probably just aren't invested in changing it. But I kind of think they should be, because even
Yeah.
for admins, I think it would behoove you to have to specifically turn the service on and
Mhm.
run the account and run it under a specified account with specified privileges that you've given it, right? Instead of
Yeah.
having to limit the service account on the local box, which is still a good idea, right? I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
that's still an
Mhm.
excellent idea. But um, this way you can prove to people that whatever you're telling them is true, that there is truly a proxy. Now we're just arguing over which proxy you're using,
Yep.
right?
Mhm.
Cool. All right, so that'll be the end of this video, and hopefully you'll be able to prove somebody wrong sometime soon.
Yeah.